One of the greatest challenges facing online learning is how do you balance between the instructor control versus learner autonomy? So what ends up happening is we have to have a balance in between those two. And sometimes instructors want to have too much control. Sometimes students aren't prepared for the autonomy because they don't know how to do self-regulated learning. So it's very difficult for an instructor to figure out what's that right space and how do you make sure you support the learners and differentiate it enough so they're able to reach their learning objectives. My research explores different learning outcomes as it relates to digital learning because it looks at first what is happening in that space. Who's engaged, what resources are they using? So for instance, with my research with Massive Open Online Courses, I'm looking at data sometimes with a class of 81,000 students. It's impossible for me to read all those discussion forums, but I can use learning analytics and go through and look at those interactions that are happening from the learning management system, and I can analyze that and get a sense of what's happening in the discussion forum. I can look and see, well, the students who passed the class tended to spend more time in the discussion forums, or they watched videos, or they were logged in on these different resources. Understanding that, understanding those patterns, we can then inform students who are looking to take the course in the future and also report back to the instructor and say, hey, you added these resources. They didn't really like this one, but they like this one. So focus your attention in this space and we can look to improve those learning outcomes. We have to get away from this one-size-fits-all approach to instruction. It just doesn't work that way. We're all different learners, we're all different instructors. Too often we get stuck in that's the way we've always done it. We got to continue doing it that way. And we just can't do that anymore. We need to move away from that, but we need to move away from it in a strategic way. I'm super excited to be a member of IALT because it's a collection of the brightest minds working on technology and looking at ways to improve the learner outcomes. So we have these opportunities and these synergies that we can work together, and we have a real impact to influence what's happening both on the policy side and an instructional side with higher education and K-12 instruction.